Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Mr. Gaming and we are back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, if you don't have access to all the best Marvel Future Fight content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check the bell so you get notified when post new video go live with a live stream. We stream every Wednesday, Friday and Saturday night 7 p.m. Pacific time, and every Friday night, guys, it is giveaway night. You never know how many coupons we're going to be giving away, so make sure you do not miss the giveaway night, guys. Sorry guys in advance if I look a little bit tired. Update just dropped. It's 1:30 in the morning for me, so I am a little bit tired, but we're going to try to make this video as good as possible, obviously. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new uniform for Winter Soldier, guys. The name of the uniform is actually called, let's say it properly here, Marvel Studio the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that is the freaking name of the uniform, guys. So we're going to be taking a look at this uniform, a little bit of skill changes, then we're going to test them out in Wall Boss Legend without Pierce, much I mentioned, so you guys are going to be able to see what kind of damage you can actually do without Pierce. And we're going to try him also in squad battle, see how much he can actually score in squad battle. I don't believe that today is a day to use him in Alliance Battle Extremists. Just make sure first, no, today is a female combat, so that's not going to be a possibility. So first thing, guys, we're going to be taking a look at his new uniform. That's the first thing we want to take a look at. So the first question we're going to get, what are the bonus uniform for this character? So bonus uniform number 1 is Medusa Inhumans versus X-Men. Uniform number 2 is a Scarlet Witch Uncanny Avengers. Uniform number 3 is Rogue Excalibur. Uniform number 4 is Valkyrie Fearless Defenders, and the last uniform is the Red Skull Hydra Armor. So those are the 5 uniforms you want if you want to have all the bonus stats. Now if we actually look at the uniform effect, guys, uniform bonus change effects of skill cybernetic punch, changed effects of skill all out assault, and apply to self, increase chain damage by 15% when attacking. Now if we take a look at the change skills here, the tier 2 passive, activation rate 45% when attacking, 45% chance when attacking, apply to self, ignore target dodge rate by 100%, which are actually pretty useful. Might actually be pretty good for dispatch mission too. That's something we're gonna have to test him soon. Increase skill damage by 25%, increase bonus damage by 25% for 8 seconds, with a cooldown time of 10 seconds pretty much. The tier 1 passive, apply to self, plus 5% increase of HP and super armor, and all defense 5% increase. Now if we look at the skills that have changed, pretty much all the active skills has changed. So the first skills is now stun, physical damage, and physical attack and physical damage. The second skills is bleed damage with stun, increase 10% increase of all attack and a little bit of damage. The third skill is has ignore targeting on it, and also is a counter attack skill, which is great. It does burn damage, a stun, and incapacitation, immunity to all damage for 5 seconds, and cumulative damage based on the damage dealt to enemies, regardless of defense and dodge rate. The total accumulated damage, true damage, cannot pass 10,000 in the last 10 seconds, and 0.6% increase of all attack for each 1% accumulated damage, proportional to max accumulated damage for 10 seconds and some damage. And then we have the fourth skill. Fourth skill does defense down up to 50% ignore immunity with invincibility, so more survivability. So finally, the guy actually gets some survivability, which is a nice improvement. Also deals some bleed damage. And then the fifth skill, burn damage, 60% chance of missing attack, incapacitation, apply to self, increase all attack and defense by 30%, speed by 1%, and critical rate by 1%, remove incapacitation with some damage. And pretty much the rotation with this uniform is pretty much the same as the previous uniform from what I've tested so far. 5, cancel 4, proc on the fourth skill. Then you want to get your third skill for the incremental damage, your second skills for the increased attack, and you pretty much repeat that. So pretty much our rotation is going to be looking like 5, cancel 4, 3, 2, and then when the tier 3 is available, instead of doing 4 in the rotation, you're going to replace the 4 with the tier 3, and you're going to go with the rotation. It's pretty simple, but you have to be careful. The 5th skill actually triggered the proc very easily, so you have to be a little bit careful. Now if we look at the stats we have on this guy, we have 40,000 physical attack, 121% attack speed, max critical rate, critical damage, ignore defense, and cooldown reduction, which also the stats actually matter. It's actually a weapon master and a leadership, so technically you could use that tier 2 taskmaster now with this guy. Definitely, if we look at the gear here, we have 2 blessing on him. The rest is 5-star 0 to min max the critical rate, critical damage, and then physical attack. If we look at his ISO set, we have a fully awakened power of Angry Hulk, so the stats we actually get from this is 8.5% all attack, all defense, critical rate, 8.1% ignore defense, and 7.7% attack speed, with a 40% increase of all attack. If we look at the custom gear is actually pretty disappointing. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of damage you can actually do with that in Wall Boss Legend. To be honest, obviously I'm going to be doing stage 1 because we don't have Pierce and all of that, blah 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 blah. So we have critical damage 35.7%, we have 180% damage proc, and immunity to stun effects. So those this is the build, this is the look at the new uniform, guys. Next we're going to be jumping in the Wall Blast Legend. We're going to take a look at it. We're not going to be doing like 20 rounds of Wall Boss Legend till we get it, guys. I already done my Wall Boss of the day. I don't care about that. I just want to see what kind of damage he can actually technically do in Wall Boss Legend. So we're gonna go all out, guys. His own leadership, he still gives himself 30% increase of physical attack with Valkyrie and Mystic as support characters, and the strikers are going to bring as many 12% damage increase as possible, and a little bit here, a healer just in case something happened and we actually needed to heal. So this is the thing we're going to be using here. We are in training mode, guys, so we can do what the hell we want in here, but what's really important is just to see what kind of damage he can actually do and what kind of survivability he is going to have. I think that is the very important thing. Now if you compare that with somebody that has Pierce and they have a lot more, you know, better cards than I do, you're going to be able to see that these characters can or cannot do you know, a decent level in the Wall Boss Legend. So here we go, let's get started. 5, cancel 4. We can already see that the damage is actually not bad at all. Now we want to wait for that rotation to be available again. So 5, cancel 4. We're going to go with third skill here. First skill, we're going to go with the third skill. We're going to wait for the 5th skill to be available again. Cancel with the tier 3. The tier 3 is going to be doing a decent amount of damage here. I'm actually pretty impressed with the damage we're pulling so far. I did not expect that good, to be honest. Now we're stunned. I'm terrible at this Wall Boss Legend thing, by the way, guys. That's just what I am. But that's fine. That's fine. Oh, we're going to stay in here. Now we're going to go with that tier 3 again. See, not even a minute in and we're already down 20 bars, so we are definitely not doing bad. Now I just hit the wrong skill apparently. My bad, guys. I'm still not used to this fella apparently. The proc just trigger. Okay, so now we are going to go back to the rotation here. Let's go with the tier 3 again. I think 30 bar is the transition bar. Yeah, this is the transition bar, so we're going to try to avoid those tornadoes while he is going down. So a little bit more than a minute to actually reach the next phase. With a normal obelisk, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the result we're getting here so far. I did not expect that. I thought that was going to be a little bit harder than that. Now we're going to be careful with the skills here. See, that's kind of skills that I wanted to avoid as much as possible. Do not like those skills. I am not, well, obviously I'm not used to that Wall Boss Legend thing yet, so that's kind of normal that I'm struggling a little bit with those skills. But here we actually missed the proc on that tier 3, so definitely not optimal here. Now we are going to get smacked, right? I thought I was going to get smacked. I'm actually impressed that I kind of survive here. Those orbs are really useful, obviously. He has a lot of survivability now, though. That is the one thing I'm actually impressed because it did not use to have good survivability with the hold look. So that is definitely one thing I'm really happy about. I did not expect him to transition yet, so I just wasted the 8 damage proc here. Definitely not what I wanted here. Definitely not, but that's fine. Now we're just going to be careful. This is the part what I'm even worse than the previous part. So seems like the first skill has a long iframe now. That's actually pretty interesting. Now let's see where this tier 3 is actually going to throw that. Actually a lot of damage there. A lot more than I expected. Oh shit. I didn't see those goddamn thing coming. Almost killed my boy here. Actually, we're not doing bad. Yeah. Boom. You're gonna do that again. Oh, damn. Here we go. Those tornadoes, kind of a mess here. Was that it? Yeah, he's gonna land here. Now, what's gonna happen here? I don't remember, so I'm gonna wait. Like I said, I don't have a huge experience on Wall Boss Legend. Okay, here we go. I thought I was gonna make it. I didn't make it. That's fine. Now we can actually go back to attack. Nope, we have to switch again. I am pretty bad at this, right, guys? But you can see that is with the normal damage proc without Pierce. So you put him a, you know, a damage proc and well, a CTP and you know, give him Pierce, and you will be doing a lot better than we're doing here. That is for sure. We'll actually beat it. We are going to be borderline, but we might actually beat it here. Here, I think that we need to wait for Thor to show up. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I went too far here. See, I messed up, guys. That was my bad. I was supposed to wait for that to happen. So let's see if we can actually finish this with her. It's actually not bad damage for the build we have here. I'm probably going to be running out of time here. I don't know. Yeah, we ran out of time. So, but anyway, if we did not die like a noob here in the last phase and we did not take additional damage when we're not supposed to take some, we all got a win with Winter Soldier here with a decent or good build, but you know, no CTP really hurting him. So I do think that if you have better cards than I do, because if we take a look at my cards, guys, you're gonna see I just started to work on the crafted card in this account. The physical attack is only like 66%, 67%. It's really far from the people, you know, most people running with over 100%, you know, all attack. For example, we have no pierce damage. Our stats are not that optimal. So once we actually get those crafted cards going, and when we have like 2 full crafted cards, this is going to be a joke to do, by the way, guys. So that's kind of what I mean here. So these are old school cards, by the way. So this is kind of why we're struggling a little bit there. But once we get that pierce damage, this is going to be a joke to be done. So I do believe that he has a great potential. His survivability is there, his damage is there. So you drop a CTP of energy, reforge CTP of energy, for example, on this guy, it's just going to destroy a null, in my personal opinion. Next, guys, we're going to be jumping in squad battle because I do want to test out what he can actually do on speed day. So we're gonna drop in there with Nick Fury and the other one. Interested to see what he's gonna be able to do in phase 1 and in round 1 and round 2, definitely. But so far I'm actually pretty impressed. The survivability is there. I think that was the thing that was really missing from Winter Soldier before. So having survivability now is really amazing. I think that is gonna be the game changer for the fella. I think this uniform is definitely going to be worth it, especially that now this is, I don't know since when, but this characters is the first tier 2 we actually get as a new player. I think that getting this uniform is definitely worth it, even at tier 2 for new players. I think this is a pretty solid uniform for what I can see so far. And especially with that 100% ignore dodge, that means that when he jump in and dispatch mission, when that proc, he's going to be doing a shit ton of damage here. You can see the AoE on that fifth skill is actually quite crazy, if you ask me. I'm actually quite impressed with it so far. Let's see the range. It's not as far as I thought it was going to be, but still pretty decent range here. We're doing very, very good in squad battle so far with him. You know, the first round, if we reach 200,000 points, that's usually a pretty good score in the first round. And we are definitely going to be able to reach that that 200,000 points. So we're already up there. So this is definitely a great guy for round 1 and 2. Pretty interested to see you know, how it's gonna fare in the last round, but round 1 and 2 is definitely solid, and the last round should be solid too, since he has all that ignore dodge. I think that's gonna be very, very, very useful. I don't think he's gonna be better than Luna Snow for this content, but definitely is gonna be very solid in my opinion. So here, let's, you know, roll the skill as much as possible. Just want to reach the last round, to be honest, to be able to see what kind of damage he can actually do. But I'm really impressed with the survivability, because I remember, I know it's been like a couple years since I played his older uniform, maybe not a couple years, but close enough. And I do remember that the hugest issue with him was the survivability, so that is definitely a huge, huge, huge improvement for him. I think that's why he needed the most too. I think that Netmarble really nailed what they actually needed to update with him. But man, he is great for round 1 and 2. That has been a while since I had fun doing round 1 and 2, to be honest. Because usually you're just chasing mobs and you're kind of stuck with no skill to target those mobs and, you know, stuck in bad position. But with this guy, I don't feel like it. I feel like I'm doing pretty solid. I'm going to be doing over 500,000 points in the after 2 rounds. This is definitely very, very, very good. Here we're going to be able to start 5 canceled tier 3 right off the bat here when the boy well, soldiers show up. So I think that's going to be awesome here. 5 canceled tier 3. Let's see what kind of damage we get. We did not really get a proc at the start, so we did not maximize the damage. Sadly, the proc was a little bit late to get trigger here. But so far, he is doing pretty solid, and that fire he's dropping is actually quite useful too. Okay, here we're gonna go with another 5, cancel 4. Get some decent damage. Also, we did not get that committed damage on that other tier 3, so that was the optimal. Now we get that committed damage a little bit. We're gonna chain it up a little bit, so that should actually start getting a little bit better pretty fast. The only issue I has with the Winter Soldier is that his 5th skill is on the 9-second cooldown, so it makes it a little bit annoying to actually get rolling with, you know, with the rotation pretty much. Oh boy, I was not supposed to use a tier 3 here. I'm supposed to go collect orbs. Damn Starko. Damn Starko, right? Oh, let's target Az when we're right next to Soldier instead of Soldier. Always love that. Always love that, right? And the proc again just triggered a little bit too early. I think this guy will work much better with the CTPF Rage, by the way, guys. I don't know. That's how I feel about him. But still, we are doing pretty decent here. You know, this is a shit round, and we're still going to be scoring, you know, something like 1.5 million or close enough. So I cannot really complain about the score. And we're just gonna roll with the tier 3 because it's about to, the proc is about to be available apparently. Was not about to be available fast enough though. But close enough to 1.5 million with a shit run, so that's actually pretty solid. Overall, guys, I really love this uniform. I think it is an improvement from Infinity War. I don't think the damage difference is that big, but I do believe that the increase in survivability is just bringing these characters to a whole different level. Anyway, what do you guys think? Did you guys come up with a different rotation that does better? Please let me know in the comment section, guys. As always, again, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check the bell for all the best content on Marvel Future Fight. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for being part of my amazing community, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.